Uh, GM, everybody, it is January 9th. It is the second Tuesday of 2024. Yes, we are into the second week, and it's a very special day. It's a very special Tuesday because today is episode 1 of season 3. That's tres or trois, because we are multilingual here. So yeah, season 3, episode 1 of There's Layers to This. This is a show that we came up with, Miss Valerie, aka V Dizzle, and Tyler and myself. We came up with a concept and we've been building on it and having fun with it for 3 seasons now. So thank you for joining us. This show is about the layers that there are to people, to blockchain, to all our inside jokes, and to lasagna, of course. So yeah, with no further ado, I'll give y'all a quick intro. We are live on YouTube and Twitch and on X as well. Yeah, it's wild, y'all. It's wild. All of your PFPs will also be showing on our live stream, so you'll get a little extra, what do we call that? Exposure, if you will, for your cool PFPs. And yeah, so I'm creatress. I'm an artist. I'm mainly known for VR performance art, and truly, I do all sorts of art. From 3D sculpting to physical sculptures to watercolor to oil painting, and the list goes on and on. But one of the things that I really like to do is spend time talking to my friends, like my co-hosts right here. So I'm going to hand it over to V Dizzle to give you guys an intro.
GM, yes. Excited for season 3. It's going by really fast, and I'm excited to see, what kind of guests we bring on, all the different jokes and stories, and all the different happenings that are going to go on during our season. We always get some sort of craziness happening, and so I expect season 3 to be the same. So, hello everyone. I'm Valerie, aka V Dizzle. I started in the space in May of 2021. I had my first NFT gifted to me from Gary V himself. I won in a giveaway, and I immediately had offers of over $120,000. I didn't sell, but that kind of led me to think, wow, what is happening here? No one's ever offered me that much money. I need to dive deeper. So that's kind of where I decided to go full time into Web3. Before, I was practicing surgery and rehabilitation with athletes, and now I'm in this craziness with all of you guys full time. And so some of the things that I do is I hold monthly meetups here in San Diego. We have a group called San Diego NFT Friends where we host monthly meetups, and we usually have a panel discussion and have some good food, good drinks, and just hang out and network. I also have my own Web3 event planning and management company called Red Rug Edutainment. Some of the events I've thrown together is a Web3 SD conference. I've also thrown some side events alongside VCon and have done stuff with the NBA. So that's a little bit about me. And I'll bring it over to Tyler.
Hello. Thank you. That was wonderful. Happy to be here. It's New Year, new you. We all hopped up on something. I think it's called vibes because it's Tuesday. Hello.
We do celebrate Toads Tuesday in addition to Taco Tuesday around these parts. And if y'all don't know what we're talking about, that is just our gentle nod to the Cryptodes community, which you may or may not know is pretty cool. And our co-host Tyler, you tell him who's in that picture with you in your PFP.
Ooh, it's the boss man, Lorenzo himself. I work for this guy, Toad. It's something. Last I checked, it's a amphibious, warty creature living on the blockchain. And you can say I'm dedicated a good portion of my life to working for this thing. Still wondering why I don't have 120K figures coming through for that guy. Maybe one day. I suspect I won't sell like Valerie because we have connection and we love it and we know all this activity is being tracked on chain anyways. And frankly, who wants to pay that tax bill? Okay, I want to pay that tax bill. It'd be wonderful. Anyways, IRS, don't listen, do it out. Ciao.
All right. Yeah, that's a great intro. And you can see we're not used to giving intros. Tyler is a social media marketing expert of like 10 plus years. He's worked with people you've heard of, and somehow this crypto has captured him. And now he works for a crypto named Lorenzo. But anyway, yeah, we're so happy to be here again for a new year. I do feel this like vibe. I do feel this like new year vibe. I'm feeling it right now. It could be the flower. But anyway, I think it's the new year. I think it's the new year vibe. Okay, we have some fun things to talk about, right? What happened today? Tyler, you go first.
Okay. Today? Whew, it's been a busy day. A lot of layers to it. You know, it's mostly redacted what I can talk about. But, you know, there's interesting things going on out there. Supposedly, there's going to be a Bitcoin ETF, you know, BTC, aka digital gold. You know, hey, not investment advice, but the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock, has submitted an ETF filing. And for those of you who don't know what an ETF is, this is an exchange-traded fund. And it's a spot price, which means you can buy this asset of Bitcoin without actually buying the Bitcoin, which frankly, I think is stupid, but that's me. Anyways, it's probably great for the industry. This happens all the time with gold. So if you're buying gold on the stock market through an ETF, obviously they aren't dropping off bricks of gold on your doorstep. So they're trying to push this through with the Bitcoin business. And coincidentally enough, the deadline to approve this litany of applications by more than just that BlackRock, I think Fidelity and other claims, they got things going on. But the coincidence of it is the SEC, the Securities Exchange Commission, literally has to give a yay or nay right before the next halvening of the Bitcoin. And if you don't know what the halvening is, I'm just going to take a pause there because there's a lot more information to be had. But long story short is, I think these fools are trying to pump their bags right up till this happening and get the best price possible for these corporate fat cats. That's just my opinion. NIA.
What's NIA?
Not investment advice.
Okay, thank you.
It's also one of the world's greatest podcasts, you know, other than this one. And it's hosted by Jackie Boy. That's Jack Butcher, one of the stalwarts and just incredible artists of Web3. And you got Trunk Stutter, a.k.a. T-Master Flex, a.k.a. Trunk Fan, who's also on that show. And you got Bilal Zadie. It's a beautiful show. A lot of information. They go deep. Talk about layers to this. It's, whew, what a vibe. You can tell, just getting all heated up talking about it's great content, people.
Oh my gosh. This, look, here's the layman's terms. Okay. I think that if you have any disposable income that you don't need to use for anything else, you should consider maybe getting a couple Bitcoin, or maybe not a couple Bitcoin, but like a couple fractions. That's all. Yeah, a couple Bitcoin is a lot. Couple, I think, runs you like, yeah.
The sats.
Yeah, grab a couple sats. And yeah, that's
Satoshi.
Satoshis. but Sats for short, because like we're insiders now, right? We're on the inside now. We know what to call them, Sats, for if you're in the know. Yep. All right, so those are the news on the Bitcoin ETF. Obviously, go look up some more information because that was the very high overview.
Well, I would add one last thing is the speculation on a couple things. One, they could just say no and all our bags go to zero. I'd love it because it's another time to accumulate. Two, this could be approved and you'll still see a massive sell-off because of that old adage. You buy the news and trade the... How's that old again?
I think it's the other way around.
Yeah, that's why I said not investment advice. I don't even know these adages. What am I saying?
I think it's a Dodge. No, that sounds crazy. Val.
I know this is not financial advice, but you know, for someone who's a noob to Bitcoin and all that stuff, I still haven't like explored, and I want to like take a deep dive. Like, what wallets are recommended? How do you go about buying Bitcoin? Is it through like Coinbase? Like, are the decentralized exchanges for it? Like, and is it like too late? Like, if I were to purchase, or any noob were to purchase right now, is this like, do you think this would be buying at the high, or is it like a good time right now?
I'll be happy to give my bull case, but Creatures, do you have anything you want to share?
No, I'm curious what you're gonna say. I mean, I was gonna say, yeah, it's obviously on Coinbase, so that's the easiest way, I think, if you already have a Coinbase account. But I believe there's also places where you can just swap ETH for BTC, which that might be an option. So you don't have to put in more money from your bank, and if you have some ETH already, you know. But before we go down the rabbit hole of Bitcoin, and I do actually want to know what you're going to say, Tyler, because this is important. It's like we just told everybody it might be a good idea to get some. Now we should talk about how to get some, like practically speaking. But I did notice that we have a few friends that came up, so I want to welcome them into the Bitcoin topic here. I see Miss JJ Love, I see Brett, I see Coco. What is welcome to the show.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Oh my gosh, Bitcoin, let's go. So yeah, there's a few ways you can get it. I mean, if you've got Cash App, you can get Bitcoin, you know. Cash App even has boosts where you'll earn free Bitcoin on purchases that you make, which is super dope. There's also a card, I think it's called the Fold card, and I need to double check that. But that one will give you all types of Bitcoin rewards as well. So there's a lot of ways to kind of get in without necessarily going through Coinbase. But yeah, like, you know, are we late getting in? I mean, yeah, you know, it's not 2014, but I definitely see that there's a big future for Bitcoin, and I think it is going to continue to grow. Mind you, like, you know, when I first bought Bitcoin, I bought it in 2015 after I started my research in 2013, right? So that's 2 years of research I did. And I didn't get in heavy or anything. I mean, I wish, you know, but I purchased it, and look how long it took to see that real return, right? So, I mean, this is a long play. And if you're going to buy Bitcoin, don't do it from a position where you're going to be checking every single day, like, what's my Bitcoin at? What's my Bitcoin at? Like, you got to just set it there and leave it alone and just trust the system. You know, that's kind of my take on it.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that kind of what it was designed for?
Long term.
Just like randomly just pop in. Just, yeah, that's, hey, what's up?
Hey.
Hello, welcome to the show. But yeah, no, thank you, JJ. I appreciate your take there. And yeah, I guess like thinking about like this is a long play. I definitely believe in the tech and what Bitcoin is gonna do for the world. So yeah, I guess I just kind of need to shift my perspective a little bit more, because I think like coming in with ETH, because that's how I got onboarded, was actually through the NFTs first and then ETH. And then, I've just kind of only been exposed to all the memes and shit coins out there. And so kind of start thinking more long than just the short and how to like make a quick profit and stuff like that. So also, I've also been interested, and I don't know if we want to go down this topic, but it's been on my mind. I've been having this conversations with my partner about also using Bitcoin ATM machines. Does anyone have experience with those? And is it like you can get cash straight out from those ATMs? Can you put in Bitcoin? Like, does anyone have experience with that?
Yeah, they definitely work. When you're going to use them, you have to be patient because the process overall takes like 30 to 45 minutes, right? Because you have to submit your transaction first, and then it has to come through and then be approved, and then you go back to the ATM and you're able to pull your cash out. The problem there is that like you only use that if you absolutely have to, because they tax you like 30% on your Bitcoin. Yeah, so it's heavy taxes, but they do work.
Wow, that's interesting. And that's so crazy to think like you got to go back to an ATM like 30 minutes later. That's really interesting, because I see those ATMs like in my local Walmarts and stuff like that. I'm always like looking at them. I'm like, I never see anyone at those ATMs, but I see them almost everywhere.
Yeah.
And so that's really interesting. I probably will want to go through the process at least once, regardless of the tax and stuff, just to go through it. But that's really good to know. Thank you.
Yeah, and it has been a while since I've used one, so I mean maybe they've expedited this process a little bit, but yeah, that was my experience. So you're literally like, you pull up to a bodega that's got the Bitcoin ATM, you go in, you do the initial, you start the transaction, then you go sit and you wait in your car, and then you like wait for the message, and then you go check, and you're like, okay, it's ready, let's go.
What in the world? I had no idea, dude. What if you're hungry? What if you need food for like, I don't know. What if you need like cash? I don't know. I'm just thinking of all the potential situations where someone would be willing to sell their Bitcoin for cash. And I feel like usually you'd be in a hurry to get whatever you need with that cash. So like, oh my gosh, that sounds hilarious.
I mean, your fastest bet is having a friend that has Cash App and knows about Bitcoin and everything and is willing to let you just like send them over some Bitcoin and they Cash App you cash, like that's honestly.
That's a good idea too. And I was just thinking because I think a lot of people are looking for ways to go completely bankless, not blankless, hopefully not blankless, but bankless. And so I'm just like, I've only know a couple of people, but I've never actually like asked them like, hey, how do you go buy groceries? How do you buy food? Like if you are completely bankless and, you live off of crypto. It's interesting.
Yeah, I've been bankless for a while now. And, there are like obstacles that come up, right? Because there's circumstances where you try to use one of your cards for something and it just doesn't accept that type of a payment card. So you have to like figure out ways around it. But using things like, Chime is probably the closest I get into the banking system because they don't rob you the same way that other banks do by, harassing you with fees and, overdraft.
Sorry, what's Chime? I've never heard. This is my first time hearing about Chime.
Oh, Chime is awesome. Definitely look into it. So it's like online banking. You can deposit cash at any like Walgreens, a bunch of grocery stores, CVS. And, there's no fees or anything. And they offer, different interest accounts and things like that as well. And they function through Zelle. But yeah, most of the time, utilizing things like Cash App and then of course, crypto. And whenever I'm sending crypto to a friend in order for them to like give me cash. What I do is I just make sure that I send them extra, because what you're doing is you're putting the tax burden onto them for that money, you know? So you got to account for that.
Doesn't Chime also help fix credit?
Big time. Yeah, they're awesome.
Love
I
it.
feel like we gotta have JJ as a guest speaker and teach us all this stuff, because this is now a new rabbit hole I've got to go down now on my own time.
I second that. I second that that motion, Valerie. Tyler, what do you think?
I love it. I love all this bullish activity and ways to utilize the asset.
Let's go. Utilize the asset.
Yeah, there's like a triple entendre with that little slogan. Utilize the asset. And then we're talking about JJ, we're talking about Bitcoin, we're talking about that ass. Anyway, okay, we're not gonna go down that way. But JJ.
Like Satoshi.
Oh my gosh.
That's what she meant.
Um,
I was picking up what you're putting out, JJ. Don't worry. Oh, you okay.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Bull case. The bullish case for this alternative asset. One, this is verifiably the very first intranet currency in its time. So therefore, everyone loves the first of anything, and it's provable by provenance. So boom, 1, 2. There's over 50 million millionaires in the world. That's a lot of rich people. But did you know there will only ever be 33 million Bitcoin, or 32? I can't remember. So even if every millionaire in the world wanted to own one Bitcoin right now, it is mathematically impossible. So that builds in the scarcity to it. Okay? What I love about this asset is what the bull case given from the great Paul Tudor Jones. You don't know Paul Tudor Jones? Look him up. This man is exquisite.
Paul Tudor.
He created the Robin Hood Foundation, which is not related to the goofy exchange, but more so, it's just an incredible firm that gives back and does a lot of good for the world, because this guy is rich AF. So anyways, Paul, who comes from TradFi, aka traditional finance, many decades considered one of the world's greatest traders, right before the last bull run in 2021, this guy goes on Bloomberg and says, equate Bitcoin with digital gold and Ethereum is oil. And I just love that metaphor to describe them, because when you think about it, wait, what are you doing with gold all day long if you have it? You ain't doing squat unless you flex it on your neck or your ears or your whatever it may be. So, but there's people hoarding this, and they've done it since the beginning of time. Okay? We're funny creatures in the fact that we collect rocks and shells and stuff. So the fact that we're collecting code online, it makes perfect sense to me. It's just numbers. But anyways, we won't address that. Second, the digital gold or digital oil element gets me really excited. I know it's a different asset, but the balance between the two is great, because what happens with oil? Oil is everywhere. You need it for your car. It's in your plastic. It makes the world move, literally. So Ethereum is like the things that everyone's building on, and I'm using my BTC to just, stick them up like gold bars or something. You know what I mean?
Yes, I know exactly what you mean. And I love this analogy. Like, yes, Bitcoin is like gold and ETH is like oil. I could get down with that. Also, I did Google Paul Tudor Jones. Seems like a cool guy. I can't tell. But you say he's doing some good stuff. I believe you, Tyler. You're into that sort of thing. Yeah, this is super interesting. one more thing before we can continue talking about this topic, but there are other things that happened this week. Where do you get your Bitcoin, or where do you suggest, Tyler, for people to buy Bitcoin if that's something that they want to do?
Yeah, I've only done Coinbase, and when I buy it, I take it right off the exchange, because you know that old saying, not your keys, not your crypto. So, JJ, I'm curious, with the Cash App, can you send it to your own wallet, or is it stuck on there?
You know what? I haven't tried. I think that it's definitely not my keys, not my coins, right? In that situation right now as it stands. I haven't tried yet.
All right. So, but you still get the utility out of it. I guess I asked just from the security perspective, is I'm kind of a nut when it comes to that stuff. And I'm very paranoid.
Yeah, I wouldn't store it in Cash App, definitely. So that's a good idea to figure out how to move it out of there, because I think that just goes into the KYC process, right? So if you've completed your KYC through Cash App, then it will. But they also have new regulations that they've put in. So I think that there are also tax implications that come up. But yeah, I'll have to look into it a little bit more to get the current details.
Oh yeah, maybe you could come back as a guest and fill us in on the update if you ever try it, JJ.
Totally.
She said
toads. Altered Style, you got your hand up. How are you?
Hey, yeah, I'm just gonna answer the question. Yeah, you can send it from Cash App to your wallet. It's like the same options as like a wallet where it says, send to, and then you put, your wallet address. What she was talking about before with the fold card, you can do that too. Fold for purchases. I get like the set, Satoshis from different purchases, and I'll send that to my wallet. And then there's another app, Ollie, that I get like for Christmas. And you can Best Buy and all that stuff, and I got stats from that. And I send it to my wallet too. So yeah, you can send it to your wallet.
Oh,
nice.
I just followed you.
And at the bottom, I put in somebody had a question about ATM. I put a video down there too about one of the process of one of the ATMs if you want to look at it.
Oh shoot! So you went and used it, or did you find this video somewhere?
Oh no, it was me. Some people had asked me about what do you do with ATM with Bitcoin, and I just kind of walked them through it, and I just threw a video up on it.
So casual. So I love it. I love it. We're just a bunch of rock stars in here. I also saw Mo's commented. He said, I bought my first BTC via BTC ATM at a head shop. Y'all know what that is, right? Anyway, we won't go down there. But and then he also said, crypto credit card, load it and then spend. Super easy to use. I use Crow. Oh yeah, I have heard of the crypto. I wonder if that's what he means. That one crypto exchange called, I think it's just called Crypto.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes.
Breaking news. I think the ETF was just approved.
Oh my God. Okay, I need to update the banner.
Grants approval for the Bitcoin ETFs for all listings on registered national securities exchanges via the US SEC. Gary Gensler finally did something cool.
Oh my goodness. What is happening? How could we be so lucky to have this happen on air while we're talking on the first episode of season 3 of There's Layers to This? This is breaking news. I just updated our banner. The banner has now been updated from Bitcoin ETF imminent, to Bitcoin ETF has been approved. I really did not know we were going to talk about this today so much. And look at this. I think we manifested this.
Let's go. I have goosebumps.
Gary Gensler, quote, Today's approval enhances market transparency and provides investors with efficient access to digital investments within the regulated framework, aka
Oh my goodness. Okay. This is wild. I just updated our title, y'all. This is how you know it's real. I updated the Spaces title.
I want to say something because I don't know. Tyler, did you see it from the SEC Gov Twitter?
Oh my God, no! Please don't tell us. We don't.
At Gary Gensler tweeted, the SEC Gov Twitter account was compromised and an unauthorized tweet was posted. The SEC has not approved the listing and trading of spot Bitcoin exchange.
What? No. What? No, I didn't change the title again.
I'm seeing a tweet that says SEC account is hacked and or Gary Gensler's account is hacked.
Oh my God, I'm gonna have to change the title.
This feels like when I woke up and my MetaMask lied to me and told me that IOTX went to $50 overnight. And then when I refreshed, it was back to like 0.2 cents. Oh, sad. But it was a really great feeling for that moment that it lasted. Let's keep channeling that energy towards Bitcoin.
Oh my gosh, I'm dying, guys. This is like we just got played, like the we just got guys. Live.
I don't know. It's, man, this is what a world. What a world. I just think it's people trying to pump their bags a little, one last squeeze before it's official.
Oh my gosh, maybe whoever hacked them was like, I'm just gonna manifest this. What if I tweet this and then once it's tweeted, then it's like too many people think it happened, and then it's just like now they gotta make it happen. So anyway, I updated the title once again. Bitcoin ETF not approved yet. All right, so we're gonna keep manifesting it because we know it's gonna happen one day. Maybe not during the show. That was way too spectacular timing. My God. Okay. Oh, can I not hear? Okay. I saw we had Kathleen join the space. Welcome, Kathleen. Did you hear about the Bitcoin ETF? It was approved,
I'm
but then not.
Devices right now, listening to all of it. It's just, oh my God. And my transaction didn't go through that I've been trying to do for 3 days to buy Bitcoin. So maybe it was a blessing. I just don't know.
You know, it's ironic because they did a terrible job at protecting investors, SEC. You should be ashamed of yourself. How does someone don't feel protected in this moment? I feel so.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. It's like such a perfect advertisement for decentralization.
Oh my gosh. Like all they had to do was secure their login info to keep us secure as buyers, and they couldn't even do that. That's just...
I love that these are the people in charge of approving this shit.
Yeah, put Brett in charge. He knows what time it is. This guy's oh yeah, set the straight. Thank you, Brett. Let's see.
The tweet was removed from the SEC Twitter already.
Which one?
Wow.
The one about their being compromised, or the one that said it was approved?
No, the one that said it was approved. The other one was from Gary Gensler's page.
Oh, right. Okay. Did they ever say that? Have they tweeted out that they were compromised, or have they said anything about that? I feel like I should.
No, and I don't know if the SEC would announce that they were compromised.
But they should. But they should, because then people
Somebody
would know.
has to have screen captured that.
Yeah. Did you get that?
NFT it.
Right.
an ordinal.
Brett,
Maybe
did
Epstein
you
compromised him.
screenshot
It's
it?
gotten so thick.
It could have been those aliens from the Miami Mall.
It's probably the aliens, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Brett, I just gotta say, thank you so much for setting the record straight, because we were gonna keep talking like maniacs. And you know what I love about this is how chill he came in. He's like, I want to say something. And I was like, oh, we're gonna change the topic. Like, well, I don't know. Like, maybe he's gonna be like, oh, I got a stack of Bitcoin. Like, let's go. I don't know. But he just said it so nonchalantly, and then yeah. So anyway, thanks for not dunking on us, Brett, because you definitely could have there with that little correction. Oh my gosh.
It wasn't only you though. There's a couple people had the same thing, and they all deleted it. So it wasn't just you. Everybody.
Woo!
Where do we go from here? That's the question.
Well, one thing's for sure, we can definitely trust the SEC.
Oh my God.
Yes, and all those people that are spewing on Kimmel, I just want to tell you, they are the kindest family I've ever met. I've spent many holidays with the Kimmel family, and I am pissed.
Yeah, it's just a mess. I mean, like media really is the biggest thing that needs to be decentralized.
But these farmers are on here like they just want more followers. So they'll just say anything about anyone and endanger their very children. And that's exactly what happened with Aaron Rodgers. And then Mario, whatever his friggin' name is, he has all those people on there saying, well, what if Kimmel was friends with the chef? Look, he was friends with the chef. Surely the chef who was cooking in the kitchen knew if underage girls were there. Like, it's so upsetting, like how bad people are. Anyway, let's get back to making money. How are we going to do it?
Oh dear. Speaking of chefs, I don't know if you guys know Lorenzo, but he's not in the room right now officially, but in a way he is in the room. So I just want to give him a shout out. Our show is sponsored by Lorenzo's. I don't know if I should call it a pizzeria, but if you've ever seen our live stream, I have it pinned up here. You can see Lorenzo. He's featured on the bottom left and on the top right. And he's also in the corner of Tyler's PFP. So yeah, shout out to Lorenzo. We really appreciate all the lasagna and all the vibes. Okay, one thing I was going to talk about, which seems almost irrelevant compared to this Bitcoin thing, but I should mention it. VFriends news, because we are, Valerie and Tyler and myself, maybe some of you guys in the audience, but we are part of that community, and we did get to hang out at VCon. So we like to talk about the VFriends a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit. So just one quick little bit of news. Gary just put out a new book for kids, which you might be thinking, like, what's that got to do with VFriends? But I mean, everything he does is related to VFriends. And with this book, he incorporated the VFriends characters. So here's somebody taking their NFT characters and creating even more IP that helps give, I don't know, bring in more people into the community, hopefully. And so, yeah, I just thought I'd share that. Let me see if I can pin up the tweet. But yeah, what do you guys think about that?
I love it.
Yeah, same. I saw the news earlier, and I was really excited. I know that the book is for sale right now, pre-sale, and then I think it officially launches in July. So like almost half a year later, but I think it's pretty cool to kind of introduce the kids to those characters and, lessons to be learned. And I know I watched the video that Gary posted, and he talked about, having balance between, being a patient person and then also being eager, right? You can be too eager but not have enough patience, or you can have lots of patience, but you kind of need that push to be eager to do something. So I just think those are great characters he chose for the book. And I think I might just want to buy it too, just for myself to read it. You know, there's some valuable lessons, and then probably re-gift it to one of my little cousins as a gift.
Aw. That sounds like a great idea.
Everything that Gary Vee does is so awesome. And I really appreciate the wisdom that he gives and kind of that clarity that he gives for people. It's awesome for sure. You know what's crazy? I was in this little beach town with Apollo, my daughter, and I walked into a Five Below store, and I was immediately greeted with this huge display that was covered in Pudgy penguins.
Oh.
It was like all Pudgy penguin toys, little blind boxes, little stuffed animals, like all kinds of stuff. I could not believe it.
Oh, Five Below.
Cool.
Let's go. So not just Walmart, y'all. You heard it here first. The Pudgy Penguins are popping up in Five Below too. Let's go. I wonder what other stores they're in. I wonder if they even said anything about that, or I don't know. That's wild. I haven't heard anything about that.
Right. And I mean, and you know, how do we get all of these cool projects that we know about, you know, in those stores too?
That bingo. How do we get some cryptodes in Five Below? I feel like they would fit right in. I don't know. Just saying.
Merch. It's all about the merch.
And I'll tell you what, like my kid is now a teenager, and ever since she was little, I have spent a fortune on these little blind bags, right? So these little blind bag toys, they've got no idea what's in them. Most of them are doubles, but the kids love them. And I swear, like I'm not the only parent that has spent a freaking fortune on these things. So those are gold mine.
Indeed, I'm a grown-ass man and I love me some blind bags. But yeah, preach. Breaking news, I told my wife I was going to cook dinner tonight, but 5 minutes later I told her I was hacked, and now everyone's pissed off. So there you go.
Well, I hope that was a joke.
No dinner ever again if you were too hacked, right?
Yeah, it's done. I mean, hang it up, people.
So you're not making dinner?
No, I got Lorenzo doing that, but apparently he hacked. Someone hacked me, and now everyone's pissed. I don't know.
Wait, you're kidding, right? I'm concerned because with the Bitcoin thing and that not turning out to be true. Was that a bit, or did you really get hacked, Tyler?
It's not funny when you have to explain the joke. Anyways. Feeling loosey-goosey. Can we give away a Pudgy Penguin on this show right now? I got a couple. Not the NFT, people, not the NFT, the plushie. Don't put that. We're not buying a couple of Bitcoin like Creatress here.
You know I meant a couple fractions of Bitcoin, Tyler. Come on. I don't casually have $80,000 to throw around at a couple Bitcoin, although that doesn't mean I'm not going to. Yeah, you know, okay, let me say that again. I don't have like 80,000 to throw around for a couple Bitcoin yet. So,
alone.
Yet.
Not invested in ice.
Anyway, that was a great joke, and we also have Symbiotech up here. I'm sorry I ruined it by being a thoughtful friend, and I just want to make sure your wallet was okay, Tyler. I'm sorry I ruined the joke, but anyway, Symbiotech, what is up? Thanks for joining the show.
Oh, I just came out to say that in Canada, the Pudgies are in Toys R Us, and to let you know that derivative's not in the dictionary.
What?
Derivative is not in the dictionary? Is that what I just heard?
Yeah, just extending the joke.
And Toys R Us are still a thing in Canada?
Explain yourself.
Let's talk about that.
I don't know what to
Before
believe.
my grandchild was born.
I don't know what to believe anymore.
Toys R Us got some hot, fresh vibes in the Macy's retail store. This is not a paid advertisement, but I've also seen V-Friends. Man, these two Project V-Friends and Pudgy Penguins got it all figured out, don't they? Talk about on-board team.
Yeah, seriously. It seems like they're kind of winning right now.
I mean, those are the moves. Like, I
How
watched
many
Gary.
people are involved in them? Do you guys know, like with V-Friends?
Of V-Friends, like the team itself.
Or just how many people have them?
3,000?
No. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the numbers are
Which
now.
collection?
Yeah, we can
Which
look that up.
collection?
We can look that up. I'll look up
That
the
part.
V-Friends collection. It's all on chain. It's all on chain. There's layers.
But
to
what
it.
I was gonna say actually was about Gary, and like I just feel like he moves, like he doesn't really make huge announcements with everything he does, because he's in some of the fortune cookies. So like if you go to some certain like Chinese restaurants and you get those fortune cookies, you break it open and it gives you like usually a little like positive affirmation or something, and instead of just, I mean, it's the same thing, but essentially he's doing it with his V-Friend NFT characters. So like, what is one of his ones? Positive Pelican. So he'll put like the little image of the NFT and then a QR code in the back of that. And that will take you to like the website and a little bit of like, it's usually like a minute video of like a cartoon of the character talking about like positivity and this and that. So it's like he never really made a huge announcement about that, but those are around different Chinese restaurants around the US. And then also those quarter machines, like you can get these little V-Friend toys in those quarter machines that are like all over like pop and mom shops around the US too.
Wow.
Outstanding. He's a beast.
The original collection, his vault holds 964 of 10,300, and the next holder has 194, and then 109 going down. Finishes at 42 pieces with his wallet.
Yeah, if you go to well, there's a lot of places you can go, but just to real quick, I went to the V-Friends. I think I'm looking at the same thing you are, Symbiotech, but they do have these stats when you click on analytics. It says the total volume is 67,586 ETH for the V-Friends collection. That's just the original V-Friends collection. That's 67,000 Ethereum. Floor price right now is 1.7 ETH. 2%, only 2% are listed, and there's 5,000 unique owners for a collection of 10,000. So that means most people have 2 of them, most people that are holding. And with that, actually, I want to shift gears for just a quick second. We can go back to V-Friends, but I do want to say, because we won Tyler and I, Valerie would have won one too if she submitted a prop, but we basically all collectively own these cool PFPs that they sent us. So we got them from the Cryptodes community through this Nouns Prop House round that they put up. So it's like a Buildor PFP. So guys, we're officially Buildors. And one of the things that I told them I would do is give these stats about the Cryptodes collection on our shows. I'm just going to give you the stats real quick, just like I did for V-Friends. So the Cryptodes, and if you guys don't know them, it is a collection by Gremplin, and it is a CCO project, which means you can go right click save basically, and use any of these NFTs for whatever you want, kind of like how Tyler's doing with Lorenzo, his Tabby Cryptode. Anyway, okay, here we go. So the stats, the collection has 7,011 items. And the total volume is 78,907 ETH. Holy crap! This has More than V-Friends? What? Okay. Okay, hold on. Let me okay. 78,907 Ethereum total volume. And this was created in September 2021 at the in the heyday of Web3, right? Yes, he had a great timing, Gremlin. Floor price is 0.66 ETH. So it's actually half of what the V-Friends, not that we're comparing, I'm just saying. And 4% are listed, and they have 3,894 unique owners.
So less owners.
Yeah, a little bit less owners, but it seems like most of these owners have also 2 items each, between 2 and 3. So there you have it, y'all. You could get in on a toad at 0.66 ETH, which I do not have at this very moment, so I will not be doing that today. But you never know. I got the Bildor PFP, so I feel like I'm kind of part of it,
Not financial advice.
What was that?
Not financial advice.
Yeah, that Bildor PFP, you are part of it. I mean, that's some grail business. There's not a lot of those tokens floating around. I can tell you this, there's not 7,000 of them. There's, I think, 5. Okay? There's only 5 of these things in the world. It's so exquisitely rare that I don't have the words to follow this up.
Those are a cool collab too between 3 different artists. All those PFPs. It's Gremlin, Sloppy Pencil, who was an animator on Rick and Morty, and Danny Cole.
Ooh. Yeah. All right, not too shabby. I feel better. I feel better about my Bildor PFP with that reminder, Brett. Thank you for shouting out the artist. So I don't have a Cryptoad yet, but I do have this Bildor PFP, which was made in part by the creator of the Cryptoads, and then some other really cool guys that are part of the Nouns ecosystem. So yeah, shout out to the Nouns, to the Cryptoads. Shout out to Brett. He actually this is a little announcement for everybody. Brett is actually going to be our first guest on the show. Maybe not next week. I gotta confirm when he's available, but one of these episodes he's going to be our official guest. And as you can tell just from him being here and dropping the biggest little correction during the show, you can tell he's a really smart, intelligent dude. So we really appreciate that sort of thing.
Maybe I'm just compulsively online and I just see everything.
Look, you could call it what you want, but we appreciate it. I did see we had a few more friends come up, and I am taking a look at the time because I know Valerie's got an important live stream she's going to be on, so keep an eye out for that after the show wraps up. I'll post a link here in a bit, but I did see it. We have a couple friends, so I want to say hi to our friends before we wrap up our show. So Miss Cass, and we also have a new publication in the space, Archive, just came up. I'm going to say hi to Cass first because she actually called me like 3 minutes before the space started. And I had to cut her off and be like, hey, I don't yeah. Anyway, so what's up, Cass? Thanks for stopping by.
Hey, what's up? I know we were chatting for a little bit. It's like, I got to go to the spaces. I was like, I'll just come in there and catch up with you up here, so good to see you. Good to catch up briefly. And I'll come to the next show if I can. And so I can catch up longer than 3 minutes. And hi, Valerie. So good to see you. Hi, Kathleen, Tyler, and everyone. So yeah, just wanted to say hi. Sorry I missed a bunch too. Then I got another call. Story of the DGen lives that we live. But happy to see you guys consistent to the next season. So for sure we're gonna catch up more. So yeah, thanks for letting me say hi to y'all. Miss everybody.
Oh, miss you. And for those of you who don't know, today I posted a little a reminder, right, that we were having our space. And in the photo, Cass was actually featured. So she is an honorary member of the cast of There's Layers to This, because we all got to hang out in person. Here, I'm gonna pin up the photo so y'all could see how cool we look.
We did. I wonder if that's when I came up with that tagline, because we're talking about lasagna, and then me and Tyler were like teasing each other, like, invoice me. No, you invoice me. So like, I'm glad it was sticky, and you guys have been killing the show.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, there's some history there. That's a great memory. Oh my gosh, that is so true. That's kind of like where, first of all, that was like when me, Creatress, and Tyler, we took a wild trip to LA. You can hear about that story in season 1. We go in depth about it. There's some good jokes and stories in there that will make you laugh. But Cass was there for it all. And that's actually the first time I met Cass, too, in person. And that was the day she was announced as Chief of Vibes for Uniforce. So shout out to Uniforce, too. Uniforce is doing big things. Check them out. But yeah, wow, this is crazy. This is crazy. I'm glad you're up here, Cass. I also miss you.
Aww. It's really coming full circle, y'all. And okay, the reason we all ended up at that event actually was shout out to the homie Eric Motivate, because he put out like this story or like this invite for this Cypress Hill like 30th reunion show that they were putting out. So it was like a free concert. It was a free like small concert, like very intimate. It was so cool. Tyler was in the mosh pit of the concert with the cryptoed pillow that he had made. So if you all don't, if you okay, I need y'all to look at the photo that's pinned up at the top. All right, open up the photo. Okay, so when you open up the photo, you can see he's holding a pillow of a cryptoad. Now that is Lorenzo, who he mentioned is like his boss, right? And we're not going to get into the specifics of how a toad or a pillow of a toad could be someone's boss, but just go with it. All right. So he took Lorenzo onto the mosh pit and got the lead guy of Cypress Hill to hold it, to grab it on stage, hold it, and pose for a photo in the middle of the concert. You guys, I can't make this shit up. There's a photo. Tyler, please post the photo. I can't.
I also want to mention, because there was quite a crowd at this, little mini concert. It was all over Instagram and on Cypress Hill's official Instagram, where Be Real is posing with the pillow. So Lorenzo and Tyler got a lot of exposure there. Kind of a big deal for Tyler, Lorenzo, and there's layers to this.
You know what's even funnier? They interviewed us before we went in, when we're in line, of all the people. They chose these like D-Gen people, and they asked us what was our favorite like song, and none of us had an answer. We're like, 4 Day Yacht Club. So like they're like anything, any song. We're like, oh, the one with we like it, like the interviewer had to give us an answer, and we're like, yeah, that one. Like I think Valerie was like, we're too young. Like
you should have had me there. I was not in line with you, because I would have said, Dr. Green Thumb. Oh,
it's so long.
Remembering.
Such a missed opportunity.
Starting a pretty woman, Tyler. They interviewed 3 pretty women. You didn't fit the bill, but you had the brains. We didn't.
Oh my God.
Great memories.
I'm trying to get over the fact that it sounds so weird. The grown man's carrying around a pillow and proclaims that it's his boss. It's kind of disturbing. No, I don't know if I should be allowed to have 3 children at this point. Anyways, it was a pinnacle evening. Be Real from Cypress Hill knows what time it is. He told me offline lasagna is definitely his favorite dish, second to tacos, of course. But, it's a hot, fresh vibe, and I'm so grateful for that experience. In Las Vegas, I know I'm a little overdoing that, but, you could just kind of prorate me or something. We'll figure it out, do that.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. I don't know how we're going to transition to Archive, but Archive, do you want to say hello?
No, honestly, I've just been enjoying everything going on here, truly. But nah, just shout out to you, creators. This is Nick from Archive. I know you've been probably talking with Blue and Josh a lot, but nah, just that's family. You came into the space that we had last week. Just appreciate you so much. Really thankful that you're part of the journey. Also, shout out to Cass. I met you through my personal profile, Nick Versailles, through Blue Water. That's the absolute homie. She's been wanting to plug me into you on a personal level, but on a real note, I said this when we were in a space together, all flowers to you for all of the firework you've been doing, truly. But no, just like, I'm just happy to be here for the vibe. Like, real quick about us, we are an online and print publication. We're launching our first issue January 27th. Creators, please, I genuinely don't know. Are you going to be there on the 27th?
Oh, is it? Are you talking about a physical or a virtual event?
A physical event, yeah.
Oh yeah, probably not. I'm actually I'm in Maui, but I so appreciate you guys featuring me in the first issue, y'all. If you haven't heard, I'm in the first issue of this publication.
The first issue. We're so thankful that she's a part of it. Like, y'all, on a real note, I'm not here to preach on my high horse. I'm really just here to connect with vibey people. We started as a Web3 education platform because we wanted melanated folks to understand how they could use so many tools here from action-oriented places. People think way smarter about Web3 when they think about what an NFT does versus what an NFT is. So we just wanted to create more spaces where that conversation happened. But our publication became what it is to include so much more. Because I think we can all, and not all, I won't speak for everyone, but so many of us became interested in Web3 because of things outside of Web3. And the only way that we found that people are actually having onboarding conversations that are really exciting is by having every aspect of them included. So this publication is just a way for us to tell the stories of the people we vibe with. Y'all please tap in. Even tomorrow, we're having a Twitter space around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be featuring Jade and Violet, Girl Crash, and Brian Brinkman as well. If y'all want to come through, ask some questions, just come through and vibe. Because really, as we're building out this magazine, when publication and platform, we're really looking to put on the people that vibe with us. So just on some real shit, vibe with us, we vibey. Creators, is it cool if I put the space link in the Jumbotron?
Yeah, please do. And that reminds me, I think that's a great idea, and just a great, way of being, and that's kind of how we are too. Like, the guests that we bring onto our show are usually people who come to the show, because honestly, our show is such a weird, funny format that like only people who've been here like can vibe. So yeah, if anybody ever wants to be a guest, just DM us, or we do a lot of shows where we don't have guests because we like to talk, and we go down all these wormholes, and so when we have a guest, we want to really focus on the guest. But anyway, yes, Archive, please put up the tweet. And I also want to mention another space, just while we're on it, another space that I frequent, and that's Jeff Jag's space, and Jen, Quantum Spirit down there. They host an AI space every Friday mornings, I should say. And it's really cool, and it's fun, and it's chill, and it's informative, but then they also have fun, kind of like here. We got real serious, and we talked a lot about the Bitcoin stuff earlier, but then, then we get silly. And everything in between. So, okay. With that, I'm trying to think if we missed anything. I think we're just going to go to final thoughts from Tyler and Valerie, and then I'll close it up, because I know Val's already late for her live stream.
It's all good. It's all good. I'm just going to be playing some Fortnite with Shrapnel. If you don't know, Shrapnel is going to be the first moddable extraction shooter game. So if you're into Web3 Gaming. Go check them out. They were the official premier sponsor for our map, Oni Force. We have a creator map in Fortnite. So if you yourself or you got kids or young nephews and nieces who want to play, we're going to be playing right now. Shrapnel has their own creator map in Fortnite. So they are showcasing that right now. You can head over to them. They have a live Twitter space, but I will be streaming the game with them. I will be playing myself. So this will be my first time going into their map, seeing how it plays. So I'm excited. I got into Fortnite because of Oni Force. I hadn't done any gaming since I was probably like 13. So I'm back in it, and I'm excited to explore, this crossover between Web 2 of, Epic Games and Web 3 maps. And then also, like, what does fully decentralized gaming look like in Web 3? So I'm excited for that for 2024 and also for today with Shrapnel. So, yeah, I'm so excited. This was a really great show, I feel like, for the first episode of season 3. I will say, if you are interested in sponsoring, would love to have you. We've got the live stream times these spaces so you can get some exposure, and we'll put you out there. If you are watching Creatrix's stream, we got a little ticker at the bottom so we can put you down there. But yeah, that's all I gotta say for today. So we'll see you next Tuesday. Tyler, any last words?
Yeah, just super stoked to be here. I appreciate everyone showing up and sharing the vibe. But there's one quick thing I wanted to share that was just immaculate. Disney, they put out a 100-year anniversary video celebrating 100 years, of course, and it showcases all the litany of characters in this IP of Disney. It's hundreds of them, right? And the most baffling, exquisite, coincidental, kismet, spiritual moment happens at minute 5 of this video. Because you wouldn't believe it, but those of you who don't know, Garfield is not in the Disney IP, but at this exact moment, at the 5-minute mark, Garfield gets a shout out in this short, and then a toad comes flying out of the door on a magic carpet. And I just couldn't believe the serendipity of that, because to add one additional layer to this weirdness of worlds colliding, Scar says, I'm surrounded by idiots, which I understand. And for those of you who don't know, that's Jeremy Irons, the voice, who probably gives the greatest performance of any scene in Wall Street history in a little film called The Margin Call. And it's super dark, it kind of scary, but it's real about those Wall Street fat cats. It just all those elements mixing together at the 5-minute mark, it frankly melted my mind and face.
Oh my gosh. Now I'm gonna have to find that video and try to go see what's going on. So please share the link if you can, Tyler. And for anyone, thank you. You could also put it in the comments of the space in case anyone else wants to watch it, because I for one, I'm intrigued. But I want to clarify too, to anyone who's listening and who may be like, what's so cool about Garfield or like a toad? And I'm here to explain to you that Lorenzo, the Crypt Toad, who is Tyler's boss and in his PFP, the traits, because y'all know NFTs have traits, right? So the traits that toad has, the specific skin is tabby cat. All right. And you may or may not know, Garfield is a tabby cat, right? So Lorenzo is in a big part inspired by Garfield. And another layer to this, Garfield really likes lasagna. I don't know if you know, but that's one of his things. And that is why Lorenzo's makes Italian food, specifically pasta, lasagna. That's why there's a pasta icon on our title. I just wanted you guys to not feel like you weren't in on the inside joke, because now you are. All right. There's layers to this, and this has been episode 1, season 3. This is the third layer of the cake so far, and it's stacking up, and it's stacking up nice, and just like your Bitcoin should be, and all your other coins. So join us next week. We'll be here. Hope you are too.